Hi everybody!
It's insane to me that 10 years after its launch, Killer Instinct from 2013 is getting a brand new update. Like, seriously, can you think of a game that got an update to it 10 years after it initially launched? I can't. But if you can, please do let me know in the comments section. When I first heard the news, I thought this was an April Fool's joke posted either way too late or way too early, depending on your perspective. As of right now, we have no release date for when this update is going to go live, but it's a massive one. Iron Galaxy revealed this update on their Twitter. In this video, I'm going to cover the update itself, and I'm going to do some speculation. So let's get into breaking down what's getting changed. So the update is going to be free. Balancing is going to be a big part of the update. I'm not sure what balance changes they can really make, given the fact I haven't spent a lot of time with this game, as I only very recently acquired it, and when I have played it, I've been playing with my friends As of the Ace and True Individual 90. If you like my content, please check them out on Twitch. They play similar games and they have similar vibes to me. So, what else is coming to the game? Improved matchmaking is going to be one of the improvements, which I think is a great thing, because that game has a very antiquated matchmaking and lobby systems even for the era. Seriously, even Dead or Alive 5 had better matchmaking and lobby systems. So if Iron Galaxy is able to make that improved, I'd be mega happy about that. The game will also get 4K support, which is a great thing. I'm really glad we're seeing that, as the game is decent looking for a 2013 title. So that's all we really know regarding the updates to the game. I'm definitely excited about that, but I really feel like there's more to this update than meets the eye. I feel like despite it not being announced, we're going to get a sequel to the 2013 reboot, which I'm going to cover next. So why do I think there's more to this than just a mere update? Like I said previously, why is Microsoft spending resources to update this title when it's 10 years old? That's an oddity. I feel like this update is partially to judge potential interest in a Killer Instinct sequel. Microsoft has said as far back as 2021 they want to make a sequel to the 2013 game. However, the right team and the right opportunity need to arise. I would say right now is the right time, because let's face it, we're in a fighting game golden age. Or would that be a silver age? Terminology aside, right now is a great time to be a member of the FGC, as there's a ton of great fighting games. Also, let's face it, Killer Instinct is actually the perfect fighting game to bring back right now, because fighting games are moving more towards spectacle. Killer Instinct is the perfect game for spectacle because it's so overly aggressive. Basically, this game encourages players to go psycho. My competitive side comes out in fighting games, but I found with Killer Instinct I really don't care if I win or lose. I'm just having fun. Also, let's face it, we need more games of this nature in the fighting game genre. People are always complaining that fighting games just aren't all that accessible to newcomers. We have made great strides in recent years to alleviate that issue to some degree. Teaching tools are great in a lot of modern games. Also, the fighting game community have really stepped it up in the content creation space, as a lot of us are now taking on teaching roles for newcomers, which is a great thing to see. I've said it before, the FGC really is a tight-knit community. That's actually one of the best things about getting into fighting games once you're in the door. Even if you don't know someone directly, chances are you're going to be helped by them, and some of the best friendships I've made online have come about because of being a fighting game content creator. Also, love them or hate them, auto combos are here to stay. I personally see no problem with them, as it does close the gap a little bit when someone is fighting another player who is close to their skill level. Against a far better player though, it's not really going to do much. But Killer Instinct 2013 is just that right mix of casual and competitive that most fighting game fans are going to like it, and most casuals will as well. Also, let's face it, fighting games, whether we like it or not, are becoming more and more entrenched with esports. Sometimes that's for the better, as it means more flashy stuff is going to be happening on screen, and sometimes it's for the worse, as the games might just be a bit too weak in terms of single player content, and be entirely focused on just the online competitive aspects. So, let's face it, this would actually be a great thing for Microsoft if they wound up making a new Killer Instinct to capitalize on the esports momentum. Since it's an exclusive property of theirs, it means they could really sell some systems. You want to play Killer Instinct sequel? Well, you have to have a PC or you need to have an Xbox. Simple as that. It'd be a very small market, but big-time fans of the Killer Instinct brand would buy it instantly. Fans of fighting games who want to have a shiny new toy to play with would also buy it. Also, since Killer Instinct is such a madcap IP, casuals would more likely buy it as well since they'd want to pull off some of the cool shit they're seeing on screen. Since I've covered why I think we're getting a brand new game eventually, let's take some time to cover who I think could potentially develop this title. I think in all honesty we might see Iron Galaxy take on development for this game, since Microsoft can no longer use Double Helix Games, who were acquired by Amazon in 2014. I got to looking at Double Helix to see what else they'd done beyond KI, and honestly they hadn't done much, but I did notice they had at one point been attached to a game I'd wanted to try out. Anyone remember the PS3/Xbox 360 era title called Harker? That game had my attention back in the day. I think given how familiar Iron Galaxy is with the Killer Instinct IP though, they'd be a good fit. They don't have too many games they've developed on their own though. Most of their games have been ports of other studios' games, nothing wrong with that, but it'd be cool to see them take lead on a premier fighting game. Another option I could see working is Rare. They of course developed the first two Killer Instinct titles all the way back in the 90s. Also, Sea of Thieves, despite being insanely popular, is now very long in the tooth as it initially released back in 2018. But since they're working on Everwild, which is targeting a 2024 release date, it's likely Rare is just too busy to work on the project at present. Though it would be super cool to see what Rare could do with the property in this day and age. So those are just some of my thoughts on the update and why we're likely to see an announcement of a sequel at some point in the near future, because otherwise updating the game really makes very little sense. But what do you think? Do you think we'll see a new Killer Instinct in the near future, and do you think it'd be a success with the way modern fighting games are? Let me know in the comments section, and don't forget to like and subscribe. 2 of my previous videos will be popping up on screen now, why not check them out? Until next time, keep blazing that trail.